And we are recording. So welcome guys. Our final, final legit end of the month call here for this training. And you guys, thank you for showing up every week and being here and, you know, showing that you guys are in this and you want to be a part of this training and you want to dig deeper in your business and you really want to go for it. This has been a lot of fun, and Beth and I have been writing down and keeping track of all you guys and what you've been doing, and it's just been a lot of fun to see how the growth that's been happening so far. So I guess I'm going to kind of dive into it and just kind of report in on my coaches real quick and where they're at. So as far as points for last week, over 200, Stacy Frith was at 225. And everybody else was just like this close to getting over 200. But you guys just keep rocking. We got the fix coming out. It's going to be blowing it up. So for total Success Club points so far, we have Jess Remley of 8 points. Melanie Haugen has 2 points. Alicia Berger has 5, and Stacy Frith has 15 points. So that's kind of where our Success Club points are at right now. And total points, I guess, I don't know if you've tallied your total points yet. You have? Okay. I guess I'm going to just for purposes to kind of so you guys know where you're at going in this final week. Jess has 12 points. Well, this is until we count tonight's call, so I guess 13 points. I mentally calculate right now until I fully update, but 13 points. Melanie's got 10 points. Alicia has 13 points, and Stacy has 23 points. So that is where we are at for the leaderboard on our team for the cash pot. So Stacy's in the lead with 23 for our team. So I'll let you go ahead and do your update, Beth.
Okay. Hello, guys. For the FitPack, we had a great week last week. Ashley Blickery had 271. Gina Haugen had 305 TV points. And Gina was the last week's top volume producer, and so she's getting an Amazon gift card from me. Congrats, Gina. I know I didn't even tell you that yet, but I just wanted you to pick out something you wanted. And recruiters was Jessica Pengelly and Kim Rude. So they each got a couple points for that. And then for Success Club this month, I have Megan Good has 2, Gina Haugen has 6, Elena Lacina has 2, Jessica Pengelly has 8, Kim Rude has 8, and Ashley Blickery has 4. And the leader for the total for this challenge that we're with, Kelly Haven has 9, Megan Good has 9, Gina has I'm gonna get messed up on my Gina has 13, Elena has 4, Jessica Pengelly has 20, Brittany, okay, I'm just gonna, and then Kim Rude has 18. Rita, my lines are getting messed up. Sorry. Rita has 8. Lindsay Gellner has 6. Tina has 8. Cassie has 2. And so Ashley Brickley has 4. And Becky has 5. So again, I have not added that 1 point for tonight's call. So add 1 to your tally.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now we're just going. We wanted to. This call was all about asking you guys what you guys wanted. So tonight we're going to tackle some of those questions. Just have a live Q&A. If there's something that pops in your head during this call, just use the chat or just unmute yourself and pop in. Okay, so it's pretty laid back. That's how we want it to be. I'm having trouble finding my screen, Lacey. So go ahead and read the
Okay.
The first one or start it off.
Boom. Okay, I gotta scroll down. I'm not gonna look on my phone because it's just gonna keep quitting on me. Okay. Okay, Cassandra. Okay, what are some good workouts that you do? Oh, tell me some good workouts you do or personal made workouts. I think abs are definitely made in the kitchen, but I'd like to get more info on exercises. For me, I am not good. I am personally not good with homemade workouts. When it comes to that kind of stuff, I'm strictly Beachbody girl because I that's why I came to Beachbody, because I'm pretty much clueless. And I definitely agree with the abs in the kitchen and the consistency to your workouts. Just keep plugging away, follow your calendar. There's always, if I want a little extra something, I might pull up something from YouTube. I've been watching Beth's videos and getting ideas from Beth. But Insanity got me abs. It was just consistency through the workouts. So if you feel like you're not quite getting them, look at your nutrition too. If you feel like you're doing your workouts, I think just look at your nutrition and maybe play with it, tweak it a little bit, I guess is what I've always done if I get stuck with, something nutrition wise.
Okay. I wanted to add too that even like people like Janelle Summers, she said, I mean, she's great flat stomach, but cannot physically build those, that 6-pack, Ninja Turtle stomach. It just can't happen. So anatomically, there are things too that are going to be, whether you have, you see so many different kinds of stomachs, and that's just because of the way we're built. So, always keep that in mind too. And I think it's even probably like 95% nutrition. I mean, what you say, Lacey, it's just.
Yeah. And I'll piggyback on that too, where you say, like Janelle, you can see some people will just have the 8-pack, whatever. Like my genetic makeup, I can maybe get a 4 and it's very faint. It's there and I have strong core and I don't have, when I can really get it to where I want. But it's just, I feel like maybe genetically for me, it isn't possible for me to get that. So I'm kind of where Janelle is. So, you got to look at those factors too, like Beth said.
Yeah. And know that, like in what Lacey just said, she has a strong core. She's extremely fit. A 6-pack is nothing but a great, picture.
Yeah.
It's not, good. Don't focus on, on that as much as you want to keep that abdominal fat away from your internal organs. That's what you want to focus on. You want to focus on, just that, you don't want goo on your muscles. So think of it more that way instead
of. Just a toned look, I guess, is better than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Okay. Can you see the questions or should I keep going down the road here?
Okay, I can,
okay.
I'll take Gina's here. I'd like to know how to keep challenge groups new and exciting. For me, I've tried so many different things and it comes down to the people in the group. I have a fantastic group now that they just keep posting all the time and doing their own thing. But it's just like there's a few women that I just keep saying, come with me, and they keep my groups going. I think it comes down to the people.
I think so too.
And then if you do have a great person in one group, just, talk to them and invite them to come along with you. Obviously if they were a prospect and you thought, you'd want to invite them to join you if they were really showing coach potential. But if that's not the case, and they just want support and they just keep that group going, keep bringing them with you wherever you go.
Yeah. And we, like for our team, we do a lot of, like, we've tried to do like a point system where we give them points for posting and for kind of doing the little challenges. Like we have a water challenge one week, we have a sweaty picture, we kind of get creative with that. Sometimes we'll just throw in a bonus thing, like, whatever time it is, wherever you are, do a plank and get somebody to do it with you. You can incorporate some little fun things like that. Some people participate, some people don't. But yeah, you can throw in that kind of stuff, but again, it boils down to having those people that are self-motivated and just love being a part of the challenge group. And those are the ones that are going to be actively doing it. So depending on who you have in your group, because like Alicia and I are doing a group right now and it's basically running itself. They're doing so great and they're really active and talking and really in it. So it just boils down to the people. And if it falls flat, it's like, there's nothing you can do, but, keep encouraging them and, chalk it up to having one of those groups. I think we've all had those groups. I know I have had my share of them, and you just keep trying to bring in the positive people and the people that want it. So
I think a big part of it too is interacting. Like I think it was on the last week's team hardcore call when it was Jen Delvo talking about, I think Shalene said to her that you need to be interacting. No matter what you post, if you're not interacting with them and at the end of and they post something and you don't say anything, I think it comes down to what you do. And sometimes you can work your tail off on a group that does nothing. I understand that. But like if you are, if you're, in it and just show that you care and you're commenting back and forth and you're posting as well and just showing that excitement that it will, it's contagious and they'll see that you care and you're not just posting and running. So keep that in mind as well.
Yeah. Okay. Does that fully answer it, or anybody else have any questions more on that? Okay. Okay. Tax season. Does Beachbody send out income information for the year? Do we need to calculate that ourselves? They do send out, I don't know what they are, 1099s, or I don't know what those forms are. Dan takes care of the taxes for us.
A self-employed form.
Yeah. So they do send those out. I haven't got mine yet, so wait.
No, and I think it's only if you make over 500.
Yeah.
And as far as what I'm gonna try to be a lot better, more organized this year. So I'm gonna make a spreadsheet on Excel, and so in January I'm gonna just write whether it's two things with my Super Saturday, travel and meals, and I'm gonna take those receipts and I'm going to just keep an Excel document so I'm not scrambling like I am now.
Yeah, I'm there too. I told myself last year I would keep track, but yeah, like keep track of all of your expenses. Everything that you spend on your business, traveling, samples, gifts, whatever. Yeah, stamps, postage, whatever that you use.
I think even workout clothes. I mean, there's percentages and stuff too, of that kind of stuff. Your internet, your phone bill, there's percentages. And like if you do TurboTax, they kind of like, that's what we do. And they'll take that out for you. So you don't need to know.
Yeah. But yeah, save anything that you're using for your business because it's all right off at the end of the year. And
you want to make it off. Yeah, you want to make it look like it's very expensive. I mean, you want to when you're a small business like this, you need to make every expense count. So
you can even use stuff for like Summit, and heck, we talk business on the cruise. We can write off some of that stuff, I think.
Yeah, we had things. Yeah.
Right? But yeah, just keep track of all that stuff and you'll get your form coming.
Yep.
Okay. Hopefully that answered everything. Okay, planning your time and how do you decide what to post and when to post? Okay. Planning your time as far as like your business hours, is that what you mean?
Sorry, I just unmuted. Yeah, that and like, I don't know, how do you make the time? How do you schedule that time between like doing your job and then like hanging out with your family, getting your workout in, and then still finding time to sit down for an hour and work on this while still getting enough sleep? Like there's just not enough hours in the day to do this.
I hear ya. For me, I follow, like Shalene has been such a mentor of mine and I've learned so much from her and how to kind of structure your day. Like, if you have a, calendar or whatever, look at your calendar and fit in the stuff that you absolutely have that's like a non-negotiable, like obviously your job, and those are specific hours, set hours that you have. So you have that. And then you have your family time. So like usually after work, you have downtime with your family. So this is how I do it. It's like I get up in the morning before they're up and I do some of my work in the morning. Right now, because me and Dan are doing our workout together, it's kind of sporadic. So normally my workout time would be at a designated time in the morning before Jackson got up. So I do that. I may check in with challengers early or at night. So I like schedule maybe 10, 15 minutes a quick doing that. So it's like you break up little pieces in the day, and I have to have, nothing gets in the way of my family time. So I do my job 8 to 4:30. I spend time with my kid and my husband. And then when he goes to bed at 8 o'clock, then I spend about an hour and a half with Dan. And then it's, except for, times we have meetings. Well, this is kind of falling into my business time. So then I have, kind of from after me and Dan have time on that I spend on my business. And because, I mean, it just depends on what your goals are. If you want to just put in an hour, you put in an hour. But if you're really, really hungry for it, like I am, this is me. I stay up sometimes until 1 a.m. I sacrifice sleep because of what I want, but I'm not telling everybody to sacrifice sleep. You decide what is right for you in a day and what you can handle and what you can tackle. So if it's 30 minutes after you've spent family time, or if it's an hour, maybe you go to bed at 11, and you want to just sacrifice a half an hour so you can, write out some posts or send out a few more emails, maybe sacrifice 30 minutes of sleep so that you can get that done. I guess that's kind of how I've done it. I don't know. How about you, Beth?
Because I'm home, it's so different. I just kind of like if the kids are, because I have, well, I'm almost down. I have 2 in school, and then one that goes to school a little bit in the morning and for a few hours, and then a 2-year-old at home. And just kind of, if they're busy doing their thing, I'll kind of sneak to my computer and do a little bit. I'm not structured or set. I just do it whenever. So I'm not structured. and sometimes that's bad too, but with little ones, like they'll nap one day and then they won't. And so I don't even try to make a schedule like that, but I just make sure I check things off my to-do list. So I just make a list, and so I just get them done. So when I ever get done, if I stay up late, I stay up late. If I don't, and sometimes I'll move it to the next day. If it's listening to a call, I can budge that. But again, follow that power hour, and just, if that's an hour is what you have, schedule that hour out and just focus and try to not get stuck in anything else or distracted. And if it's 30 minutes that day, it's better to do 10 minutes than 0. So even if you're super busy, super tired, do at least 10, just like you would with a workout, even just doing a little itty bit to keep yourself connected. Because I think that's the worst feeling, is once you get so, I think you feel out of the loop, and then you feel discouraged. Like if you go a few days without listening, like this is me. If I get backtracked on my Facebook over the weekend, I'm not on my phone a lot, just because I'm on my phone all the time during the week. So on the weekends, I don't even want to look at my Facebook, because I know it's going to be, notifications and messages, and it's just kind of yuck. So you put it off. And I think that happens with everything. It kind of just gets bigger and bigger. So the little things that you can do to tune in, just the wake up call, and with the posting, kind of going off here, I just try to post a minimum of 3 times a day. Sometimes today was 2. I didn't have anything that I felt I don't post a ton, because I just don't have a ton of info I feel like I need to share. But aim for 3. And even what I thought was interesting on, I think Jen Delvaux said it, was that Instagram, 1 time.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I was like, yay, because I didn't do Instagram because I thought I can barely handle a like page and but I can handle 1 post. So I thought that was cool. So 1 post on Instagram, 3 on Facebook, and just think morning when people are on their phone, when you're on your phone, try to hit a post out there and add value. So
yeah, I agree with that too. Does that answer it kind of for you?
Yeah, that was awesome. Just what I was looking for.
Oh, great.
Perfect. Okay, Kim, how do you keep the idea out of your mind that you're held to a different standard than others because you're a health coach? That everyone's watching you and waiting for you to slip up, so to speak. How do we overcome the people please idea?
I can relate to Kim, because we're in a small town. I feel like when I walk into if I walk into a basketball game, everyone knows me. They know what I post. They're gonna hide their popcorn and hide their pop and kind of dodge me like I care. I care that they I make people feel like I'm judging and uneasy, and I get how you feel, because you're in a small town too, and everyone. I mean, you just post and you walk into the grocery store and they'll say, "Oh, cute," and you're just like, "Oh, that's weird." I forget that you see that, and it's just kind of odd. So I get that how people like you're held to a different standard. You're expected people. That's where it's hard. Sometimes like I always feel like I have to, like if I was out with friends, I feel like I have to maybe eat worse than I normally would, just because I don't want to make them feel uncomfortable. And I know that sounds stupid, but like I would have, even if I didn't want a hamburger, say I would have a hamburger just so that they wouldn't think that, oh, all she ever eats is this or this or this. So I would just want to eat something just to, bad per se, just to kind of fit in and not be weird in their eyes. But I think it's one of those things that you have to be comfortable in your own skin and be able to say that this is what you're working towards. This is my goal. And if you just be honest with people about what you have going on and what like I said, what your goal is, and that, I think that would definitely help. The other part, I don't think that anybody, I mean, maybe Kim, you can talk, chime in here and talk about, like waiting for you to slip up. I don't know if you've had any like issue with anyone talking to you, but, do you have any, you're here, right?
Yeah, I'm here. Actually, what made me think of that is I was asked to bring bars to a funeral for Glenn Simons here in town. So when I was out grocery shopping, I had my list, and then I had like a brownie mix. I'm not a big baker from scratch. I had a brownie mix and some frosting and some sprinkles. And when I was checking out, the clerk said to me, "So are you going to post your brownies on Facebook also?" And I looked at her and I said, "Actually, they're not for us, or I certainly would post them. They're actually for a funeral. I'm sure you heard Glenn Simons died." And then I had another guy come around and he started looking at what I was buying in the grocery store, like in my cart as I was putting stuff up. They're like, "Oh, how do you know that's the milk you should be buying?" And it was like I was totally on trial at the grocery store this week once the clerk brought up the brownie mix that I was buying. And I just answered it. I said, "Oh, if they were for us, I'd post them, but they're for a funeral." And then I turned it all around. But it's just like, yeah, I almost want to go in disguise when I grocery shop in Langdon, because everybody's looking at everything is how I feel.
Yeah, that's small town. And that's what I mean about like, if I have a bag of popcorn, yeah, it's just kind of that stuff. They're wanting to see if you ate out at the restaurant. What are you eating? What do you, it's just, I don't know. Just have to be,
I think too,
come up with something witty.
Yeah. You just have to, like with this, it's like you have to have a thick skin to it, and you just kind of have to let it roll off and know you're doing the best thing for you possible. And people are going to judge you, and they're going to think stuff no matter what. I've got people in my life that are close to me that do that to me all the time. And it's, I know it's like small town is, different, but even if I've gone back to Devil's Lake where I'm from, I go in the grocery store and I pretty much know every Tom, Dick, and Harry in that town. And if they see me walking in there, buying stuff, for my kid, they're questioning me too. And I feel like eyes are on me, and then it's just like, you know what, you just have to let it roll off, and just keep being like authentically you on Facebook. Like if I have a piece of pizza and wine, like I've posted about that. And like, I'm not perfect. I enjoy this kind of stuff too. I'm just on a journey. And I'm just trying to be the healthiest person that I possibly can be. I make mistakes. I may not know everything because I'm not a nutritionist, but I'm just doing, this is what works for me. And, you just got to kind of be strong with that kind of stuff. And people are going to come at you no matter what, when it comes to that, I think.
Yeah. You just have a little saying, maybe just say, well, it's all in moderation.
Yeah.
And you don't want to, they're not, usually it's just keep it nice and,
Mm-hmm.
The brownies weren't even for us. It was just so embarrassing, and people were standing around and.
Yeah. Well, just, you can just say stuff like, "Oh, I wish they were for me. Wish that, and then.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That nips it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Stacy, I hear so much talk about people being a certain rank besides Emerald, Ruby, Diamond. I hear the words elite, diamonds, and how many stars, legend, and I can't remember anymore off the top of my head. I don't understand what all this means. I understand Emerald, Ruby, and Diamond, but not the other ones. Okay, so when it comes to elite is something that you achieve once you're 5-star, right? That's right, Beth?
I think you can be 2-star, can't you? Yeah, you can be 2-star elite.
2-star elite.
I believe.
Elite, it's there's a breakdown to this, and it's like I'm not the best at explaining it, but you accrue points, elite points, for every time your coaches achieve Success Club. Your brand new coaches within that first year that they sign. So you earn points based on that. Okay, we have a 10-minute warning. Yeah, there you accrue points based, I believe there's got to be more to it. I'm just flipping, but you want to teach your coaches to hit Success Club when you start building a team, because when they hit Success Club, you get points for every one of those coaches. Plus, if you hit Success Club, it like doubles your points. So basically, in a nutshell, I know there's other videos that'll explain it way better than I can. But teach your team to hit Success Club every single month, because that will help you get to elite. And as far as star, I gotta go. I lost your question. Okay. As far as like the star diamonds go, that means once you hit diamond, you want to help your coaches get to diamond as well. So say I am a 1-star diamond coach, and I'm a 1-star because I have 1 diamond on my team. Laura Sudbeck is my diamond coach. So she has a team, built up to a diamond rank. So once she becomes a diamond and holds that rank for 6 weeks, then I become a star diamond. So every time, you want to keep getting your coaches to diamond, and you can achieve up to 15-star. 15-star is the highest rank you can get. So does that kind of make sense?
Yeah.
A little bit? Okay.
I'm just bad at math.
Yeah. Well, there's a breakdown, and we can talk more about that too. But that's what that means. And the legend. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. No, I was just curious. I hear this person is this star and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what is that? So,
yeah, that means that's how many diamond coaches that they have on their team.
Okay.
So that's what that is. And then the legend, you're probably referring to like the all-star legend. That means like if you're a Success Club all-star, that means you've hit Success Club 12 months in a row. And if you're a Success Club all-star legend, you've hit Success Club 24 months in a row. So there's a Success Club 5 legend and then a Success Club 10 legend. So that means you've hit Success Club 10 for 24 months in a row, or Success Club 5 24 months in a row, or at least. So that's what that means.
And all that's in the, I think the best, if you have those kind of questions, just go in your Coach Online office, go in the coach training or the news and training, Coach Training Academy, and just watch those videos. If you just wonder about anything and you haven't gone through that training yet, that's where it's all at. It's everything that you need to know, and go through there, and then just go or YouTube it. What is a Beachbody star diamond? Ask those, and there's always great videos to explain that kind of stuff. And it just takes time. Mm-hmm. I swear I finally, and then understand it now, but I still don't get a lot. I don't even pretend to know that I know everything, because I don't. But I think it's one of those things that once you need to know, you dive into it. So right now, if it, there's no reason to bog your brain with it, because that's how I am. It's like, I'll just wait, keep that space for something else until I need it.
Okay, one more question. We have 6 minutes and 27 seconds on the clock. Okay, so Melanie, thought of another one. After recent events, what keeps or kept you motivated when someone says no that you've been working on for a while, or they don't respond anymore? Applying to Challenge Pack or Shakeology. Same thing applying to the challenge groups after people quit posting and you drop from 10 replies every day to like 3. Okay. What keeps me motivated? I don't know. Beth, you want to take this one?
Yeah, I think that, okay, that happens all the time. I swear to God, I've asked like 100 coaches this month, and and I don't know why. Like I want to ask. I don't know why people, they're like, to me, I see absolutely zero reason why they wouldn't want to coach, or like it's perfect for them. And then they just, I don't know what it is. And sometimes I wonder, is it what I'm doing? But it's just people needing to, I think, build trust with you. And so I think if first of all, to keep you motivated, know that they're just one person, and now you've planted that seed. They're just going to keep watching you. And if you stay true to who you are and you keep in touch with them without trying to sell or bring it up or anything, you just be there for them. It could be 6 months, it could be a year, but sometime if they're ready, just keep that door open with them, and they'll come around. I think that's what keeps me motivated, is because I've seen it happen. I've seen that that effect where they say no, and then time comes around and they join you, and they're one of your one of your leaders. So just hang in there with them, keep that door open. And people that when they quit responding, if you can look back at your messages and feel that you weren't pushy or trying to sell or trying to, then it's probably them. There's people that I know that probably see my messages and just go, they might feel bad about themselves. I think there's, so they're going to not look at my message because they associate me with fitness. They know they haven't been doing it, and they're just not going to open it. It's not necessarily you in general, but what you stand for, and they might be in a bad spot to want to talk to you right now. So, again, lay off a little bit and come back and just, hey, how are you doing? I saw that your kids did this, and just keep it very light and friendly, and don't talk about Beachbody for a long time or whatever it is that kind of turned them off or close that door.
And I think we've all been through that too. So, as far as feeling self-deflated, feeling like down about it, like, just know that we've all been through it. And there are so many people out there that need your help, and you've planted, like Beth said, you planted the seed, and keep the conversation going, and chances are things will turn around. Stacy, I think when she was in my challenge groups, I mentioned coaching to her like over a year or two ago or something like that. And she kind of was like, no, I'm not coaching. I'm not, la, la, la. And now here she is completely crushing it as a coach on my team. So she's a prime example right there of one who came around and eventually decided on her own that this is something she wanted to do. So that seed was planted, and, it comes around. So
and what I wanted to add something quick about, like, I know that this wasn't necessarily what you meant by the 10 replies to 3 every day, but know that when you're posting stuff, like if you posted something about a challenge pack or a new challenge group you have going on, know that it's probably not you that's getting crickets. People just aren't seeing it. Mm-hmm. So don't ever feel that it's you. It's seriously, nobody saw it. Maybe you're not posting enough to have enough affinity for it to even go into the news feed. So don't feel like that was just, so you just got up the nerve to post something great. You poured your heart into it, and then nothing, no feedback, a couple likes. That happens. It's not because nobody cared about you or your story. It's just because you need to just keep posting more often, keep interacting with other people and liking and commenting on other people's posts, because the more you interact with them, they'll see your things. Just stay consistent with that, and that'll help with all of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then I wanted to say, if you haven't yet, go on the Team Hardcore and listen to last week's 2 calls. They were outstanding information.
Yeah, it was.
If you have time for that. So
awesome. Well, we have less than a minute. I'm not sure how much time. So we're really kind of close, but we got through all the questions.
Yes.
Awesome.
Just quick, next Monday, we'll do the finale. We'll have a final shout out to the winner. And so stay tuned for that. And I don't want it to die on me. So.
All right. We'll have one more call. Yep. Thank you guys so much for getting on, and I will post a recording for anybody that missed it. So awesome. Thanks so much, ladies. Have an awesome night.
Thank you.
You betcha.